Hello everyone and welcome to another Mech Merlin build stream. Glad to see so many people here tonight. I see a Bishendi, Catderg, who else is here? Tataimo, Manny Rodriguez, Otto Philex, Comrade Questions, Hi Jazz, Nether Knight, and KSJ. Thanks guys for joining in so early. So yeah, as you guys can see from the stream title down below, we are building the Chapter 1, a 65% with exploded layout from Rooke Design that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. Going into group buy tomorrow, actually. As I said earlier, this is a 65% with exploded layout, meaning the arrow keys in the rightmost column are separated from the main cluster, and it even has a rotary encoder on the top right. Looks pretty good. Available in polycarb, let's see, and quite a few other colors. It is an isolation gasket mount board with 6.5 degree typing angle, 18mm front height, excluding front chamfer. Let's see, footprint 340mm wide by 136. Weight is around 1.8 to 2.5 depending on your configuration. It is an EC11 rotary encoder, but I've also been told that the stem is slightly shorter than the normal one. So if you use any other knob if you use a knob that doesn't come with the board, you may have to lift it a bit before screwing it all the way in, but we'll get there once we do the build. ANSI and ISO plate options, solder and hot swap PCBs. Quick note on that, I do have a solder PCB, but mine is also mil-maxed, so hot swap mil-maxed, all that. Comes with a USB-C daughter board, aluminum and polycarbonate case options, various weight options, custom knob, and potential Q1 2023 delivery. Looks really pretty. I was sent a Devil in the Blue Dress edition, this one right there. The colors in the render, in my opinion, do not match the actual unit. The actual unit looks very black to me. Like, I can definitely see the blue, but the blue in the render seems to be brighter. Here we go. Look at that. See, doesn't it look kind of black to you guys? To me, it looks very deep. Aluminum weight? No, this is a brass weight. I have been told that the brass on this is clear coated, so it's not like it will oxidize right away, but over time, over time. I think I would have preferred a PVD weight, just because I'm not a big fan of the matted brass look. It comes with the blue top, white bottom. If you guys remember my unboxing stream this past Sunday, I mentioned that the daughter board that was included with my kit was just a prototype, so it didn't really have any of the C3 standards, such as the ESD protection, over voltage, over current. Good thing I've got a bunch of them, so this is mine. This is my daughter board. This is not what was included in my prototype. If you guys join this group buy, you will get one of these, so don't worry. Don't worry about that. Prototype has green PCB. You guys will get a black PCB. Check it out. So yeah, as you can see, I've already pre-populated it with stabilizers. I have been so in love with Gateron Oil Kings. I have it on my LW75. I have it on this board right here. And despite both boards being built differently with different keycaps and the material, I still love Gateron Oil Kings. So to continue that trend, I'm going to use Gateron Oil Kings on this as well. And, I'm pretty sure I'll like it. There we go. That should be enough Gateron Oil King. It's a 65% board, so, all I really need is, 67, 68 keys. This should be plenty. Now, during the unboxing, I mentioned that I'm not a big fan of brass plates because I find it too stiff. So we'll see. We'll see. Heavy switches plus stiff plate, even if gasket mounted, could be a very disastrous typing experience for me. But yeah, let's get started. Yeah, so keep in mind, these are going to be stock. Haven't had time to lube the Gateron Oil Kings, but to be honest, while I am a proponent of always lubing your switches, the Gateron Oil Kings are one that seem to be just fine. Should you go copper plate on this? Never used. Hope it's similar to aluminum. Copper is going to have the same stiffness as brass. Like, you know what? I think copper is actually a little stiffer than brass. How stiff is copper versus brass? Oh, never mind. Brass is the stronger and stiffer material compared to copper. But copper is definitely stronger and stiffer than aluminum. You're torn between brass or aluminum plate? Well, hopefully at the end of this stream, when I do the typing test and give my comparisons, I can help you make a decision. There we go. Got them all in. There is no VIA file, just a firmware file right now. That means I can only test it on QMK Configurator. You guys don't need to see all that. Okay. All right. Yeah, as I said earlier, I have saved you guys the agony of watching me put gaskets on the board. So I have done them already. I've also put the alignment pins on, all that stuff. Make sure it goes in the correct way. Okay, so our first build with it will be without foam, just because that's how Rooke Design intended. Let's see. I think the black actually does look pretty good on it. And as you can see, like with the Gateron Oil Kings, now I can tell that this is actually blue. I guess just once you have something to compare to, that's when you can see the color differences. Okay, let's see. What key set should I use for this? No, I've been saving PBT Sailor for a blue board. Not sure if this blue is gonna be an exact match, but we'll try. We'll try, and we'll try it without foam first. You know, I think that color might actually match pretty well. Yeah, I think that might actually match well. Okay, I need, hold on, let me just double check. That's the right. That is not the right one. Need a different page up for that. I think it's this page up. It's that page up. There we go, it looks better. Now I need to find an end. Should I do a second FN key? Not sure. I'll just do an end. End key right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Is that the right profile? Yes, that is the correct profile. Here we go, let's see. Screw needs to go like that. He says not to put it all the way in, but it seems like you can. Looks pretty darn good if you ask me. Shadow Gray says, looks so sexy. I agree with you. Looks really nice. This is one of the reasons, like, the looks is what caught my attention, right? The looks is what caught my attention. I'm a big fan of thick bezels and exploded layout boards like these, so this was definitely up my alley. It looks really good, huh? Looks really good. Let me lower my lighting. It seems to, the white caps seem to be a little too overexposed. There we go. That looks better. That looks better. Let's see. Let's type on it really quick. All right, so this is the typings test I'll be doing. Let me turn off my sounds. And I'm turning off crisp so you guys can hear how noisy this room is. Alright guys, this is the Chapter 1 brass plate Gateron Oil Kings topped with NicePBT Sailor. So, quick first take, my first typing test ever. I am sad to say that what I was expecting at the beginning of the stream has turned out to be true. I think the brass plate paired with the Gateron Oil Kings is stiff for me. This is way too stiff for me. If I would have been sent an aluminum plate, it would have felt better. In addition to that, I think the brass is making the board feel or sound clackier, higher pitched than it should be, which I'm not liking either. And you know, compared with my two other Gateron Oil King boards, this is probably, like, based on the sound and the typing feel, I'm gonna have to rank this lower than either of those two. I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest. The board still looks great. I love how it looks. But in terms of typing, I'm not really feeling it. You know, yeah, you would think that it would soften the higher pitched nature of it because I was using Gateron Oil Kings, but that is absolutely not doing it. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it. Here, let me bring out another board that is also isolation gasket mount, but with aluminum plate, PBT cherry, all that. LW75, right? Also a factory Gateron Oil King. Yeah. I'm actually pretty disappointed, to be honest. I had such high hopes for this board, but keep in mind, this is specifically with my build right now. First time chat from viewer Steve Burns. Are these custom keyboards better quality performance than pre-built keyboards? When you talk about custom keyboards, it's a huge spectrum. Some can be leagues better, some can actually be a whole lot crappier. Am I buying an aluminum plate once the group buy starts? Yes, definitely. probably buy aluminum, and if he can release the plate files to me, I'm very curious about trying out FR4. Okay, well anyway, we'll do another typing test. Here we go. So yeah, we've managed to get the board to sound a little better, but overall the sound is not, it's only acceptable to me, it's not pleasing to me. The typing feel is also stiffer than I would like it to be. Brass has historically been a very stiff plate for me anyway, so I'm not surprised. If you guys were here from the very beginning, you know that from the get-go I was suspecting that it would be stiff, and I guess I know my preferences. I guess I know my preferences. But keep in mind, I have small, weak, petite, gentle fingers. I use them to cast magic spells. You may have stronger fingers than me. You may have larger fingers than me. So a brass plate for you might actually be just right. So keep in mind, everything I've said tonight is in reference to my preference. Brass plate is not a bad choice. It just happens to be a bad choice for me. If you happen to have the same preferences as me, have the same typing style, have the same short, petite fingers, I would recommend, if you buy a board like this, to go something softer than brass, maybe going for aluminum, palm, anywhere softer like that. And in terms of switches, I tend to like thockier, deeper sounding switches. So Gateron Oil King still, or maybe Gateron CJs, KS9s, any deeper sounding switch of your choice. In terms of keycaps, you know, choose whatever. These days I'm really into PBT because NicePBT, Milky Way, Geek Arc are really making a killing. So I've been really liking their stuff. So yeah. T Techno says, did GMK Mizu ever have an R2 that was GMK and not CAT? I don't think so. I think there was CAT, there was SA, but I haven't seen a GMK round 2 yet for it. Can we get another sound test? Yeah, sure. I think that's a good note to end on. Here, I'll do a short one, because I don't like typing on this brass plate. I just knew it. When I found out he was sending me a brass plate, I totally should have said something. But sometimes I don't feel like I can. I don't feel like I can demand stuff unless they ask me. Like, no, don't send me that. Send me an aluminum plate cut this specific way. But you know, maybe I should have said something. I did have my hope that the brass wouldn't be this bad. All right, here we go. Typing test. So yeah, thanks guys for joining in. My next stream will actually be this Thursday. I will be unboxing quite a variety of things. I got sent a bunch of new switches by Divinikey and also by Zenclack and a couple others. Also have some cool other items to show off on Thursday. So tune in. Thursday will be a chiller stream. Probably keep it down to an hour. I don't know, maybe I'll find another apple cider to drink or something. And you will definitely see this again on Thursday. The thing about me is, you know, everything I've said on stream so far has been my quick 30 minutes of ownership take, right? Over time, my thoughts may change, you know, like once the lube has settled, once my fingers have gotten stronger, I may actually end up liking this board. So stop by on Thursday. I may sing a different tune. I may sing a different tune. But yeah, thanks Anne for joining in. Hope to see you on Thursday. Have a great rest of your week. Goodbye, everyone.